Good evening. On behalf of Ashoka University, I'm very happy to extend to all of you a very warm welcome to the first conference of the Center for Climate Change and Sustainability at this university, Healing Earth 2021. As we start the conference proceedings, I think I should begin by speaking a sentence or two about 3CS, the Center for Climate Change and Sustainability. What is 3CS? Why 3CS? Well, 3CS grew out of the conviction that climate change is a crisis of such magnitude that any effort to mitigate that is extremely urgent. Whatever we can do, we should do now, that any effort we can make can never be either too little or too late. With that in mind, when the idea of 3CS, a Center for Climate Change and Sustainability, was first proposed at Ashoka, 24 faculty members from across 8 academic disciplines came together spontaneously to join this center. So this is a center then that grew out of this sense of a crisis and of urgency and of wishing to engage with it. The center has faculty from a variety of disciplines, from biology and physics to computer science, to history, to creative writing, to media studies, to economics. So a whole gamut of disciplines are there represented in 3CS, which makes it, I think, a unique center of its kind. Ashoka is a research university, but it also has a fundamental belief in interdisciplinarity. I think from that perspective, it's very important that all of these disciplines should gather together under this one umbrella of 3CS. And yes, our faculty do cutting-edge research. But research is not enough. Research has to be communicated. Communication is the key to making an impact. And 3CS is committed to communicating on climate change on multiple levels and in a multifaceted way. We need to reach out to young minds, to school children, all the way up to policymakers. What we do is to carry the cutting-edge research done at Ashoka and in collaboration with others outside of Ashoka to impact the minds of everybody, because this is really everybody's problem and we all need to be engaged in that. I am a student of English literature, and as a student of English literature, I keep thinking of my favorite lines of poetry. I think of Milton writing about airs, vernal airs, of Marvell writing about a green thought in a green shade, and Wordsworth writing about the round ocean and the living air. And I think it's the tragedy of the greatest severity that that living air has now gone. Where is all of that today? Every day we hear some story or the other about the impact of climate change. Perhaps most recently on television, we have been looking at the snowfall in Texas. That again, everyone is talking about climate change. We've been reading about fires, about the melting of glaciers, and many other things. So it is absolutely imperative that we do something. So can we change? Can we have an impact in making the planet a better place? It sounds very grand, but nothing grand is ever achieved without many infinitesimals coming together. So 3CS is an attempt to contribute to this global agenda of addressing the threat of climate change. That is what it's meant to be. This is the inaugural conference. Etymologically, the word inauguration comes from the concept of the flight of birds. And I hope that 3CS will really take flight and be able to establish itself in a way that is unique in the Indian higher education sector. And we will be able to reach out, communicate, make an impact, and on the other side, encourage research within Ashoka and beyond Ashoka. So it has to be a combination of the two, both research and communication. That was the thought behind creating 3CS. This is our first conference, a 2-day conference called Healing Earth 2021. Once again, a very warm welcome to everyone. I thank the organizers for having put the conference together, and I have no doubt that going forward, today and tomorrow, there will be many exciting sessions for all of us to attend.